After many weeks of Russia's military build-up, this is Ukraine's response. Large-scale exercises on its eastern border. It is proof, if any were needed, that despite Russia's obvious military might, a conflict with their neighbour would be no easy win. NATO allies in the region are also continuing to shore up their defences. In Poland, a further 350 Royal Marines have now arrived to bolster the 300 British troops already here as part of the UK's enhanced forward presence. The Prime Minister was here to greet them, demonstrating, he said, the UK's determination to stand by its allies. Boris Johnson said if Russia is truly concerned about NATO's growing presence in Eastern Europe, then their actions in threatening Ukraine are somewhat self-defeating.
The West as a whole will strengthen NATO's eastern frontiers rather than the reverse. And I think Putin, the Kremlin, should understand that if they want less NATO on their western borders, as it were, this is entirely the wrong way to go about it.
At the Crimean port of Sevastopol, more Russian naval vessels are arriving by the day. The military manoeuvres here, far from dissipating, are growing in intensity. It has given increased impetus to the diplomatic efforts of senior politicians, including the UK's Foreign Secretary.
The reality is we cannot ignore the build-up of over 100,000 troops on the Ukrainian border and the attempts to undermine Ukrainian sovereignty and territorial integrity. Fundamentally, a war in Ukraine would be disastrous for the Russian and Ukrainian people and for European security.
Today, it's the turn of the UK's Defence Secretary to visit Moscow. There has been little in the way of progress from any of the politicians who've engaged with the Kremlin in recent weeks. But the very fact they're continuing to talk gives at least some scope for optimism. Mark White, GB News.